It's time for Amirdrassil Druid to fill your opponents with Bottomless Dread. The idea behind this is we are going to be using the new legendary Amirdrassil that you can ignore all the text on this card except for refresh 1 mana crystal. This will be scaling up each time you use it, thus making it wear on your third use, refreshing 3 mana crystals instead. So if you can get additional copies of this card through Bottomless Toy Chest or Scrapbooking Student, you can use a bunch of mana in order to Owltk your opponent by using Owlt's passive ability of doubling any bonuses from spell damage. It is worth mentioning, some of these games are from earlier versions of the deck, but the final version I settled on will be down below. Now, for the Mulligan guide of the list, the first thing you're going to be watching out for is going to be things like Dollhouse, so you can easily turn online your toy chest or make your chalices even better. Both of these cards are great to keep too. Any type of removal tool or draw power card in this list are great to keep. Rising Tides is your preferred AoE against aggro decks, but you do also have the backup opportunity of using Swipe instead. Amirdrassil is probably the final card that you're going to be looking out for in the main hand. Now, with all being said, let's look at some game. Okay, time for a game against DK. Let's see what they have in store for us. You know, there are a few DK lists that I really wanted to try out. Volcaronos is probably going to be the next upload on the channel after this. I don't know. I haven't tested it yet. These games were from before I streamed yesterday, so you never know. But yeah, I have a few lists that I really want to try out. Okay. I guess we can just draw a card. And this is why I don't instantly pass whenever I slam down that card anymore, because I always end up top decking into something that I can play for some weird reason. There's the coin into Raptor Herald. Okay, so they're the Dark Gift list. Interesting. Okay, I kind of just want to draw a spell. It's real simple to do. Just draw a spell. You know, maybe they'll trade. They'll probably just go face, though. I do think the initial list that I came up with for trying to get Volcarona to actually work, I think there are some flaws in it, and I definitely do want to circle back to that list at some point. Or change it up, I should say. The other weird, spectacular combo that I kind of want to revisit here is Loop or Lock. Which, again, also might sound a little bit strange, but, like, I think that deck is going to be a lot stronger than it was before. Let me know if you guys would be interested to see that revisited already, because I know it's only been like a month since I uploaded the last version. It'll actually probably be like next week sometime, I'd assume. Okay. Here's the Amirdrassil. Doesn't matter what minion they got there. Oh, Scrapbooking Student isn't bad. Also, I'm thinking about cutting down Student down to 1 copy instead of 2 copies. I don't think 2 copies is really needed. I don't know. Also, probably just a win more card that, like, I don't know what I'd replace them with, though.
Astounding.
Okay, Amirdrassil number 2, and then the Tide Pools. We're getting an entire, like, ecosystem here. Got a world tree, we got a tide pool. Might as well discover our spell. Something cool, please. Yeah, Mark isn't bad. It's cheap enough. Go with New Heights, just to scale up. Also thought about, like, maybe cutting out the New Heights from the list, just because it's a 3 mana do nothing. It lets you, like, do your combo a little bit quicker, but I don't know if that's useful per se all the time. Okay, there's Breath. We can Rising Tides. It does. Okay. It doesn't really matter if we leave that up. I think it does, kind of, actually. Is there a way for me to get rid of that and still do what I want to do with the student? Phrasing there, actually. Okay, that works. I just have a sneaking suspicion if I ended up leaving that up, it would, yeah, it would not work out for the best for us. Then we could use a Yggdrasil to refresh 2 mana crystals. Oh, taunt isn't bad. And then new heights just to get that out of the way. Okay, well, I mean, I wasn't wrong. They did have another copy. Yeah, we can get, I think, rid of everything here, right? It sucks that we have to use one of them, or one of our heals for the combo, but it is what it is. Actually, not a bad top deck. All right, we just got to make sure we line everything up perfectly. Okay, airlock. We buff this up. That gets rid of one of them. Also gets rid of a card in our hand. 2 owls is really, really funny. This actually legitimately is a game where we could actually make use of both of the owls. I think. Theoretically. Looking at the board, I am so excited for next turn. That's going to be such a fun play or turn. Because we can owl. Sure, why not, right? Yeah, we can owl. Well, we'll be at 13 mana, so we'd be 1 off. We would owl, then. It doesn't matter the order. It's going to be fun. Okay, there's Headless Horseman. Gets rid of our minion. That doesn't help you. I'm pretty sure we have enough damage to finish them off in a single turn. Okay. Oh, you know what? That's a perfect top deck, too. That's a really nice top deck. Okay, so we got this. I would like to minimize the amount of cards that we're about to burn, if possible. Okay, that refreshes 3. Vistah, don't really need. We can slam down the other owl, because why not? Refresh 3 more. That's actually pretty nice, too. And then we refresh more. Put in our these 2 here. We don't worry about that fatigue. And then 1 file, 2 files, and a swipe for game. Okay, time for a game against Mage. Let's see what they have in store for us. I'm just going to keep Chalice in case. I'm assuming it's going to be Wisp. There's actually a few different versions of Mage right now floating around. Alright, just going to pass it up. Okay, no minions placed, so I'm curious if this means it's going to be no minion mage. And I'd say it probably is at this point. Okay, slam that down, go face. Okay, there's the mage secret. Draw another card. File, not bad.
What happened to no one left behind?
Okay, coin. Chalice. Counterspell. Yeah, we're gonna have to worry about Counterspell in this matchup in particular, which is not gonna be too fun for me, but it is what it is. Can we get away with not using the swipe here? I think we can. Because we're trying to get rid of the mage there. Yeah, might as well hero power and just take the 3 damage. Okay, new heights, draw a few minions. Perfect. It is worth mentioning, a lot of the cards that I ended up cutting from the initial versions of this list are minions, just to get more consistent access to Owl off of Reinforcation. Because, I mean, that feels pretty strong when you can search your, like, major combo piece, right? Though I have thought about maybe adding in housekeepers to gain a bunch of armor through all the locations that we're going to be using. Yeah. I just wanted to test that real quick. And then we can bottomless toy chest, get, ooh, tide pools? Actually, new heights is better. Because we're trying to, we don't want to burn a card. I don't think. Do I want to use it or do I not want to use it? That is the question. Yeah, let's just use it to be safe. Okay. Okay, swipe is good. That's actually good for us. I think we can survive another turn if we just use 2 new heights, right? There's sparks. Hidden objects. Okay, there's actually 2 things we got kind of have to worry about secret-wise. We have to worry about explosive runes, and we also have to worry about counter spells. Oh, chalice. Might as well get rid of the minion, right? Got nothing else to do this turn, so. And we can check for... Do I want to check this turn? I don't think we do check this turn. I think we keep it in hand. Just in case they have another explosive rune in the deck or hand. You know what I've realized, though? Mage or Secret Mage might actually be good against Hunter. Oh, no, it wouldn't be, because Hunter plays multiple minions before. Never mind. Ignore what I was thinking. Yep. I'm assuming the other one is Counterspell. Yep. Still going to take the 2 damage, but that's okay. At least we got them both out of the way. Oh. I guess they didn't get any good secret there. Well, I mean, that might be game. What big spells would you be hoping here for? Because most of the big spells are just AoE, right? Well, I mean, I guess we just do the turn. Slam down the Chia Drake, slam down Owl. Buff both of those up. That's 8 damage, 10 damage, 12. And another 12 for game. Okay, Druid. I'm assuming this is going to be Imbue. And they could be a weird person like me trying to make Owl work still. But honestly, this opener doesn't look too bad versus either deck. Alright, drawing our card. I really wish it wasn't Dollhouse there, but it's okay. Okay. There's Knight. Into Dollhouse ×2. So, Imbue, annoying, but, like, it's not the most annoying Imbue class, you know? At least Druid doesn't. We just need to... Well, I mean, we do have the AoE in hand. We just need a well-timed AoE to get rid of, like, a wide board, basically. And, you know, for a deck that feels... has a ton of draw power, you'd assume we would never have draw power issues. But somehow I always manage to not draw what I need to draw. Like, we have Owl for later. It's not like they're going to dirty rat us, I'd assume. I guess they could. Oh. Please don't go AFK here, please. Well, it's not like... Actually, I guess it could cost them the game. Oh, that's fun. Get 2 copies of... Let's go with Drake. Go face. They are here! They just... Okay. Sure. We can just draw a card. Why not, right? New heights. Okay, that's alright, I guess. I just want to draw another spell. Swipe. It's not bad. Okay. They go wide. Now, the question is, do we hit both of the... yeah, we do. I don't think there's a world where we don't hit both of these. And then we use Rising Tides, gets rid of the entire board. We needed to get rid of the sing-along buddy. Okay. What are they going to be discovering here? What could actually help them? I guess just any cheap spell to, like, get their hero power ramped up quicker. It is actually also kind of funny to think about that, like, Imbue Druid has just gotten better, even though... I guess technically they did buff it up a little bit, but, like, people have been starting to play a lot more, just because it is kind of just good enough, right? Okay, what can we get here? They are like a 80% spell deck, so might as well grab that, right? Now, do I want to discount that first, or do I want to try to fill my hand with a bunch of other spells so we have an easier time OTKing in a few turns? I kind of just want to fill my hand a bit. Actually, yeah, I think we'll just pass it. Okay. You know what? The Chameleon is such a cool card for this deck. I don't know how many people are actually going to be running it. Maybe it doesn't even make the final cut, but in theory is actually a really cool card for the deck. Okay, do we want to destroy all the minions, or do we want to just destroy some? Actually, you know what? Not bad. Oh, I mean, okay, look. Scrapbooking Student is funny. I kind of want to grab it. Why not? Okay, so we do... Okay, there's Trail Mix. Swipe. I mean, we can try to go for the OTK here. I think we'll be a little bit off, but I think we don't, like, live if we don't. Actually, we might not even need to go for the OTK. We might be able to just... Might have enough. Okay, so that's 7 damage. We could get rid of everything. That does a little bit of chip damage. Get another use of our location here. Okay, I mean, that we're going to be able to get rid of them both, but we can still probably OTK next turn. If we can't OTK, we're getting really close to OTK, and we might as well just push it. Push it to the limits. Okay. We're at 12 mana. Owl is 6. I think we're still, like, off by 1. Like, if we... Legitimately, if we had, like, maybe 1 more spell damage, I think we win this turn, but we don't. But they also only have 1 card in hand. So just dropping the Owl probably wins us the game. We can maybe see if we get anything good, draw a spell. I mean, that could be good, but I don't know. Well, never mind. Okay, that's fine for later, I guess. Let's just go face. Then you swipe. Now hope the owl lives. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Tide Pool might get us something good next turn. I mean, Farak, you know, every time I played Farak, he gives me a bunch of draw power. I'm glad my opponent suffered the same fate as I did the last time I tried to play Farak. By the way, that's the entire reason why we're not doing Farak tonight, or today, is I won't lie, I got very frustrated at the card. So I decided not to do anything. File gives us game. I'm going to BM them a little bit just because why not? Well, it's less why not and more of they were BMS earlier. All right, now that we're through the games, let's discuss my final thoughts of the deck. So I played 30 games with the deck, ended up with a 50% win rate, which honestly isn't that bad for this list. I actually tried to use Owl before the mini set came out. However, because there were so many armor decks floating around for a little bit, this card felt incredibly weak. Though this is the perfect opportunity to revisit this since there aren't that many armor lists floating around right now. Overall, Amirdrassil gave exactly what the deck needed, which was a way to scale up your mana or refresh your mana crystals so you could easily pull off the combo. The one downside is, while this deck felt great against anything that was not Imbue Hunter was really a clear weakness. The one card that I thought about maybe including because of that matchup would have been Housekeeper, since you do have a lot of locations and you might be able to gain a bunch of armor, making it where you can actually survive that list, but I never got around to testing it. So if you do get around to testing that, let me know down below how that actually turns out, because I think that might increase the win rate of the deck. The other thing that you might want to get rid of is the Scrapbooking Student, but I just like the memes of getting additional Amirdrassil off of it, so he stuck around. But like always, if you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, bye-bye.